Okay, we're going to talk about something that might be a surprise to you in this video. It's the fact that the GR Sport version of the Hilux, which I'm driving right now, won't continue on with the facelifted model. The GR Sport, if you're unaware, is the most hardcore version of this vehicle. And I did a review on it a couple of years ago when they launched it out in orange. It's an off-road weapon. It's an absolute machine. It's got a wider track. It's got more power, 15 kilowatts more, and a little bit more grunt as well in terms of the torque. So it's certainly the best Hilux that you can get if that's what you're after. The off-road experience, the extra grunt, and the extra sure-footedness of the wider track, and the bigger, butcher, beefier arches as well. But for this updated version of the Hilux, it's not coming back. Well, not yet anyway. That might change. The brand hasn't confirmed a new version of the GR Sport. At the launch event for this new Hilux, they did say that there will be a Rugged X range-topping off-road focused model. But what does that mean if a Rugged X is the top spec and GR Sport was supposed to be the hero model, like a Ford Ranger Raptor, but there isn't going to be one? I'd love to know what you think about that, because to me, it seems like a missed opportunity. The brand is trying to build GR or Gazoo Racing to be its halo variant in a lot of the models on offer, including even the 300 series Land Cruiser, where the idea with that vehicle is that it's a hardcore offering, but still super practical, still livable, still easy to get along with, but with more hardcore suspension and a different look inside and out to give it a bit more presence. So I'm really struggling to come at the idea that Toyota won't do another version of this GR Sport Hilux, because to me, it's one of the better examples in the range, because it does give you, well, more wow factor, which you probably want if you're buying a Hilux at this kind of money. It is a pretty expensive version of the Hilux, but I am just really surprised to find that they won't be doing it. Now, some of the other things they won't be doing for this new generation Hilux range include a low-ride single cab chassis model, which has been a very important part of the lineup from this brand for the entire previous generation. The Workmate single cab was basically a dominant force in the 4x2 ute segment, but the brand has decided, nah, people don't want smaller, lower riding utes like the Hilux anymore. Maybe that means that the door will be open to something that might fill that gap with a bit more of a passenger focus and a bit more of a lifestyle ute body. We'll have to wait and see, but we've seen vehicles like that from other brands like Hyundai and Ford with their smaller ute models, which, well, they're pickups that are SUVs essentially. So I'd love to know what you think about that too, because the lack of that low ride model, especially for tradies, is going to be an issue, and fleet buyers as well. For instance, my dad, he's quite a short ass, and he finds that most of the usual high ride dual cab utes and single cabs and extra cabs that are on offer from other brands are a bit too high when you're trying to access the tray. And I've found that as well. The low ride ones were always much more promising if you just needed to use the tray all day, every day. And another thing that's been axed as part of this updated Hilux is the 2.7 litre petrol engine, which was in the Workmate models with the manual or the automatic transmission and rear wheel drive, and the 2.4 litre turbo diesel, which was a more affordable entry into diesel Hilux land. The brand has said at the launch event for the new Hilux that what it wants to do is democratize having the bigger power output 2.8 litre across the range. So you've got the 2.8 litre with 150 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters across all versions, which is actually promising in a lot of ways, but the price is going to go up as a result of that. So if you're buying a single cab Workmate cab chassis ute, you're still going to get a pretty basic interior with some manual controls and a few things that you might miss out on, like seat height adjustment and that sort of thing. And it could feel a bit basic for the money that's going to be asked, because they are going to put the prices up. That's going to be a reality with this lineup. So look, I think that the new Hilux, you'll see in my other video that it is a very, very impressive machine, but I also think that Toyota has maybe made a few mistakes with the reconfiguration of this model range. Have your say in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Let me know if you like this kind of video. I might do a bit more of it.